guys, welcome to the next episode of Talking Decon. I am Laura Spalding, CEO of Spalding Decon, and to my left here is Fiona Mills, our franchise ramp-up coach, and to my right here, the lovely Mariah Watts, who is our content creator. Today, I have chosen a case that was actually recommended by you, our subscriber. I hadn't heard of this, despite the fact that I live in Florida. And it just reminded me as I was looking through all of your comments for recommendations of interesting cases that everything is typically in Florida. Yeah, we have a crazy psycho state. And I don't know if you guys remember, there used to be a show by Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla called like The Love Doctor or something, but there was a tiny segment when it was like did it happen in Germany or Florida?
Wow.
And the consensus behind it was that everything crazy happens either in Germany or Florida. And so they would tell a story and then somebody would have to say Germany or Florida to see if they get it right. And there was crazy stuff.
It's the heat.
Is that it?
Yes,
though?
makes people snap.
Does that make people eat people's faces though?
Maybe.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah, I've been in that position before.
Where you wanted to eat people's faces?
Yeah.
It was too hot. It was
just too hot. I couldn't eat. Yeah. So today I chose a guy that's quite scary looking. His name is, I hope I pronounced this correctly, Mesac Damas. He is from Haiti. So he's rather young. He was born in 1976. So pretty young guy for the most part. Now, he grew up in Haiti, okay? So I have always heard that there's like a lot of like voodoo stuff in Haiti, and that's where a lot of this stuff originated. Well, he grew up in this like evangelical Christian family, and his mom and dad left him in Haiti when he was 10 years old to come to the United States. So I guess they were just like, peace out. So he stayed with other relatives and kind of started doing this voodoo practice type stuff. Well, when he was 19, he decided to move to the United States as well. So I'm wondering if he kind of harbors some anger there that his parents left him. But he got a job as a local chef at this steakhouse when he was 33 years old. He was married and he had 5 kids, lots of kids, right? So he was very controlling, and there was a lot of like domestic violence issues, and police were called over the years. So the guy's got a temper, a pretty bad temper. Well, he decided that he was going to continue to control his wife, and she had had enough. She asked for a divorce, and he responded that if you divorce me, I'll fucking kill you. Those words quoted. So he started to get paranoid that she was going to leave, and she worked at actually Public Supermarket. So she had to be there at a 5 a.m. shift. He followed her to work without her knowing it to see if she was really going to work. Now, she wasn't having an affair or anything. He was just absolutely paranoid about it because she wanted to leave him. So she discovered through another employee or something that he had followed her, and that started a big argument. And the conversation and the argument bothered him the entire day. When he went into work, he left after only 2 hours saying, I've got a splitting headache, I got to go home. So instead of going home, he goes to a store and purchases a fillet knife, a roll of duct tape, and the most serious part of it all, a pack of gum.
You gotta have minty fresh breath, right?
Minty.
Could you imagine just checking that out?
Yeah, checking that out.
Oh,
Okay. So when he got home, his wife wasn't speaking to him other than asking him to sign immigration papers because she intended to leave. She was from Haiti as well. He then grabbed the knife, tied her with rope, and duct taped her mouth. At this point, I think she's thinking, shit's about to go south. I don't know.
He popped some gum in his mouth too.
That's what I'm wondering.
Same time.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a
Was it
addiction.
orbits? Dirty mouth, clean it up. Orbits.
Nice voice, Fee.
Yeah.
That was a good voice.
Yeah.
So the story goes from his confession that he actually stabbed her multiple times in the neck and then proceeded to go to his children's rooms and stabbed all of them in the neck too. Now, all the children, all 5 of them, were under the age of 9 years old. So in his infinite wisdom, after he kills them all and lines their bodies up and puts a trash bag over her head, he decides to drive to the Miami International Airport. Now, this is Naples that this happened, Collier County, Florida, and books a one-way ticket back to Haiti. So she didn't show up for work, so they sent police to check the welfare, and that's when they discovered all of the children's bodies and her body. Brutally murdered.
But he only covered her head?
Right. It's almost like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I believe that that's probably symbolic on it. So he's trying to get away to go back to Haiti, right? That same day. But the U.S. Marshals intervened and got him somehow. And when they asked him, where are you going? He said, I know what I did was wrong, and I don't deserve to live. But the devil made me do it. Yeah, right? So here comes all his voodoo stuff back. And he said that he had bad spirits, and he didn't want to live after he did that. So, of course, one of the issues that came up here, he admitted it, then it was like a competency issue. It's like, what is this guy sane enough to stand trial?
Yeah.
Right? So he's saying, I want to die. But apparently the trial went on and on and on for multiple reasons, all caused by him. So he had multiple outbursts in trial, like crazy shit. He fired all his defense attorneys that were public defenders. At one point, he wanted to represent himself. Never a good idea. Public service announcement to represent yourself, just saying. So it just kept going on and on and on. And every time he's in court, he looks like deranged, like just disheveled. And so it's like the prosecutors were like, is this guy playing it? Is this guy really a nut job? Like, what's going on here? So ultimately, they ended up sentencing him to 6 life sentences.
Wow.
Yeah. So, of course, I'm thinking 6 life sentences. Please get him off the state's payroll and let's give him the needle and let's move on. Right? Why?
But does Florida do that?
Well, capital punishment is, we do death row. We have,
yeah.
I mean, if this guy was able to kind of prove he was crazy,
but he didn't get off on an insanity plea.
You think the jurors probably felt some type of guilt or?
I don't know. I mean, to kill your wife and 6 children.
But to stab him repeatedly in the neck, like killing him's one
babies,
thing.
all under the age of 9. The youngest one being 11 months old.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, man. You're a sick kind of
At that point, you should get killed the same way you killed.
Yes. And to just do this voodoo shit and say the spirits made me do it. And no, the spirits didn't make you do it. You're jealous. You're abusive. You're in, you put your family in a domestic violence situation. You should have gotten the death penalty. Period. The end. There's no such thing as 6 life sentences, in my opinion.
And you're not crazy if you knew to flee the country.
Of course. Because he knew that Haiti wouldn't extradite.
Yeah,
he knew exactly what he was doing. So, my issue is these guys sit on death row forever and they get appeal after appeal, which I agree with. I'm okay with that because you want to be positive. But this guy admitted it. So let's not do life sentences. Let's just go straight to the chair.
Like skip the crap and
and go to the chair. So us as taxpayers are paying for this maggot to live off of us. And if he wants a law degree, we have to pay for it. But yet our kids or our family members, if we want to go to college, we've got to, take out loans to sacrifice our life to, sell a kidney to be able to get a college degree. But all you have to do is get arrested and you get free healthcare and a free college, university, education. So just some of the frustrations that it doesn't make sense to me from a governmental standpoint why you give inmates that have been convicted of crimes these general health and education benefits that all Americans should receive.
Yeah.
But apparently you just have to be convicted of a crime to get that. So anyway, I am off my soapbox on that. So that's my interesting case for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed talking Decon today. Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel and ring that bell so that you're notified when the next episode comes out every Tuesday. And please follow us on TikTok and Instagram. It's at Crime Scene Cleaning. And we appreciate you here. And thank you, Vanessa Hunt, for recommending this case. I was flabbergasted that I hadn't heard about it, but I appreciate it. And I'm glad to let everyone else in our audience know about this psychopath. So you guys have a great day.